They can't keep a good man down. Always keep a smile when they want me to frown. I take the vibes and I stood my ground. They will never ever take my crown. Welcome to SouFLoTV again, everybody. It's your host with the most, and today we are going to talk about this whole Kahir Jones situation. Kahir Jones is one of the codees of Vybz Kartel, who was also given a life sentence in the Clive Lizard murder case. Trouble dede. Trouble dede. Right now, a lot of people who were sure and surer than sure are not feeling so sure anymore. But I'm going to tell the people, say, don't lose hope, because it's not what you do, it's what can be proven, although we see how this system works. But in Kahir's case, the thing was kind of cut and dry. A lot of people don't understand the breaking in and out of this, so I'm going to break it down for you like this. Alright? So I'm sitting here reading the Gleaner, and I see Sean Storm's girlfriend, who is Camille Chow, covers her face in grief as she is comforted by Kahir Jones' mother after leaving the Home Circuit Court on Thursday, April 3rd of 2014. Some old picture them put up here, so but here what. The story goes like this. Kahir Jones, one of the three men handed mandatory life sentence alongside dancehall star Vybz Kartel in 2014 for the beating death of Clive Lizard Williams 3 years earlier, was yesterday in 2019 here found guilty for a 2009 shooting of Chavello Rodney in Waterford, Portmore. Alright, people are saying, really? He was already on a life sentence and they went and dug up a case and he's now found guilty for a 2009 shooting in 2019. Yes, the wheels of justice turns very slow. The court system is really backed up in Jamaica, just to give you an insight to that. But them speed up what them want to speed up, and they slow down what they want to slow down for their own purposes. Now, in this particular case though, let me say something. I can't be biased, so I just have to state the facts. The trial proceeded. For those of you who don't understand, this is where you listen carefully. The trial proceeded under Section 31D of the Evidence Act. If you don't know what that is, go and Google it. You Google everything else, just like you Google porn, you can Google this too. This is why the trial proceeded under the Section 31D of the Evidence Act, because Rodney, who survived the 2009 shooting and gave a statement to the police, was murdered 2 years ago at the same residence where he had been shot by Kahir Jones. So this is not a case, people, where we can say, oh, them know say Kahir shoot him then. No, him shoot the man and the man did live. The man survived, run, take away himself, got medical help, survived the shooting, tell police who shoot him, tell police in written statement and verbal recorded statement how the whole altercation went down and everything like that. So this ain't one of them cases where we're gonna say, oh, like the house in Vybz Kartel case. If you beat a man bloody, peacock, stick and all, there are blood splatters everywhere. Why would they burn down the house? And where is the evidence, picture evidence and DNA evidence and so forth, that Clive Lizard was killed in that house? You see, it's two totally different things we're talking about here. I'm addressing that because there are people that are saying, SouFlo, me tell you, say him now come out, Kartel now come out, you see? Them sink here, that means that them are going to sink the rest of them too. No, I don't really think so. I actually didn't think every one of them was going to walk out. I know that Sean Storm is definitely going to walk out, because that brother, they don't have nothing to do with nothing. Vybz Kartel as well is going to walk out. But this case with Kahir, it's sticky. Alright, it's sticky. So, after 3 days of summation, the High Court Judge Lisa Palmer handed down her verdict in the corporate area gun court, finding Jones guilty of wounding with intent, illegal possession of a firearm, and illegal possession of ammunition. Now remember, it's not a murder charge he got, The person who he shot got killed while he, Jones, was in prison serving his life sentence. So definitely you can't say he did it, and they have no proof that he ordered that hit to be done. I have seen cases before where, because the witness was too scared to come before the courts, they actually put the case off. But the judge, knowing that the witness is too scared to come forward in court, actually told the individual that did the shooting that, look, it is in your best interest that nothing happens to Mr. So-and-so or Mr. So-and-so, because if a fly pitch on their head and them say it hurt, we're coming for you and we're pressing murder charges. You see what I'm saying? So it's a weird way how the justice system works in Jamaica, and this was just one of those cases. Now remember, he's not charged with murder again. He is already serving time alongside Vybz Kartel and the rest of them for a murder charge, but he has been charged with intent, wounding with intent, illegal possession of a firearm, and illegal possession of ammunition. I don't know if they're going to order that his time be ran concurrent with the time he has already to serve, or this is going to be added time due to how this was a totally different case. It is up to them, and they can do that either which way. Now, if in the case that they do order this time be added for these new charges, then he will have more time in prison than Vybz Kartel to do before he is eligible for parole. During the trial, the courts heard evidence led by Hodine Williams that on the morning of December 15th, 2009, here are some details of the case. On the morning of December 15th, 2009, remember we're in 2019 now, we have to go back to 2009. Rodney, the person who was shot by Kahir Jones, was in his backyard when he was approached by Kahir Jones, who was known to him. So they knew each other. Jones asked him for water before attacking him with a gun. Now that don't make no sense to me, because if a man, me know a man, and him suddenly appear in my backyard asking for water, that sounds weird, right? But this is the story that was given and is printed. Him said that Kahir Jones asked him for some water. I don't know if him asked him for a bucket of water because water gone round in my scheme or in my house, or no water now come through the pipe and get a bucket of water, no brother. Or him asked for a glass of water because it hot out the door and I've been walking for so long. I don't know. But in any event, it said that he asked for water. During the struggle, after being attacked, during the struggle that ensued between the two men, Rodney, the guy who was shot twice, managed to disarm Kahir Jones actually. Watch this. The prosecution closed its case after the court heard evidence from police personnel as well. The investigating officer was Jason McKay. Hear this now. Jones took the stand in his own defense after a lengthy no-case submission by defense counsel Kamika Harris was rejected by Justice Hamilton. So Kamika Harris, who is Kahir Jones' lawyer, presented a no-case submission, saying in other words then, look, y'all don't have a case here to try my client, okay? And the judge said, fling that out. We do have a case. We do have enough evidence, and we're going to push forward. Kahir said, okay, damn. All right, me have to go take the stand and I speak in my own defense. And in this case, he did just that. All right, so reacting to the verdict now, Homer Morgan, the divisional detective inspector for the St. Catherine South Police, yesterday praised the investigating officers for persevering in the matter, following the resignation and migration of the original investigator who had to be flown back into the island to testify. So the original investigating officer of this crime, this case, had already resigned, left duty, and had migrated and went to live overseas. This individual was actually flown, put on a plane and flown back into the island just to testify in this case. So again, we can't be biased. Alright, we have to remember, say, the thing did add up. It's good that we were able to carry through on the matter, he said. We proceeded by Section 31D, and that was good as it related in getting a conviction. I must give kudos to the investigators to whom we assigned the matter to. Morgan told the Gleaner. Gleaner sources indicate that Rodney had applied to be here the party or no. Like I said before, this isn't a case of. Let me go off topic a little bit here. People are gonna say, you see, SouFlo, you know what this means? This means that Vybz Kartel was surrounded by gunmen. You see this shooting with Kahir? I just see him where him shoot other people too. And the other guys around Kartel had guns and was shooting people too and this and that. I don't want to be a part of that. Okay? All I want is facts. Because one man out of the group, if you have 5 brethren that cool with each other and one of them is a murderer, it doesn't make all 5 of them murderers. Half of the time you probably don't even know some of the ins and outs of business dealings that your brethren is into. But you know, in Jamaica, them have a saying, birds of a feather flock together. So, hey, if 2 of your brethren them are criminal, then you are criminal too. That's just how it goes. Gleaner sources indicate that Rodney had applied to be a part of the Witness Protection Program. So the youth who got into the issue with Kahir and had to wrestle the gun away from him and got shot twice and survived it, not only did he gave a written statement and verbal recorded statement, but he also applied to be a part of the Witness Protection Program. He knew his life was in danger. I don't know if it was for that or if it was for other things. Like him a police informant and people find out and they was going to knock his head off anyways. You know when you're out there though, why you have to apply for Witness Protection Program, right? And he was being kept elsewhere. You heard that. He was moved away from the area, moved away from his home at one point, and was being kept elsewhere. But of his own self, he returned to the area. Don't know if him just couldn't stay away from the girls in that area there, or if he had a child in that area, or a baby mother with a little tight ukobit where did a hold him and him just couldn't stay away. I don't know. But he just couldn't stay away from the area. He returned to the area, and when he returned to the area, he met his demise there. Them dash him away there. Now remember, when him get dash away there, Kahir Jones, Andre St. John, Sean Storm, Adidja Palmer aka Vybz Kartel were all already convicted and doing their time in prison years down the road. Right? Years before this happened to him. Because he got killed there 2 years ago. So we're talking about 2017 here. I believe it was 2017 that he got killed there. So anyways, Morgan said that Jones' mandatory life sentence in the Clive Lizard Williams death and yesterday's verdict of him being found guilty with the wounding with intent and possession of illegal firearm and possession of ammunition or whatever, this should send a warning to remnants of the Gaza gang still operating in the Waterford area. So here they are building a case. That's why I said trouble dead there. Because right now we are awaiting the verdict. We are awaiting the verdict of the appeal. And a lot of people were expecting all these men to walk out. I mean, I tell us that all of them was going to walk out. Right? But I can see how they're trying to use this to sink whoever is left. They're trying to say now that there's a Gaza gang that is still operating in Waterford. There's no Gaza gang though. There's no Gaza gang. Vybz Kartel name a movement Gaza, and there's a place in Portmore called the Gaza Strip or Gaza, but there's no Gaza gang per se. But anyway, remember when they did this to Tommy Lee? And they said that Tommy Lee was the leader of the gang or finance a gang from outer flankers, and the gang did name whatever the gang did name. When in fact it wasn't really a gang name, so it was just an area name, so a man from that area and all kind of other something. But so the thing go. And now they're saying that there's a Gaza gang that is still operating in Waterford. Let me tell you something. You see the youth them out there where I say Gaza and I throw up Gaza sign and all these things. Them people here will say you are a part of a gang. It's written right here and I'm reading it to you. So be very careful, okay? You don't want to get dashed off for no reason at all. Other than them trying to prove something. Anyway, he said that it should send a reminder to the that the justice system does work. I have a theory about this justice system and how it works as well. Because it seems to only work in favor of certain people. You understand? But we can talk about that on a whole nother video. The man said that there are remnants of the Gaza gang that still exist. And I hope that this second conviction sends a strong message that we will do all and everything that we can to put every one of them behind bars as long as it might take, he pointed out. Kahira Jones was on bail for shooting Rodney when he was implicated in the killing of Lizard, along with Kartel, Sean Storm, and Andre St. John. All four of the men were convicted in April of 2014 and handed mandatory life sentences in a 65-day trial, which was dubbed the longest trial in the history of Jamaica's court system. And now, let me close this video out by saying this. Trouble dead there. That's what a lot of people are saying to me, SouFLo. Trouble dead there. I want my audience to leave your comment in the comment section. And so people want to see him when him come out, you know. They're saying that he's not going to make it out in time because the verdict is going to come back for... What do you think? What will the appeal verdict be? I'm out. Peace.